Hi there, welcome back to the channel and welcome to the final video in the restoration of the SABA Stereo I. I have actually missed one of my deadlines for Sunday. I couldn't get this up. Things have been happening, health issues with family members. So this video is just a showing off of the result. And the result does not include a cabinet restoration, as you can tell. I gave it some really serious thought as to what to do with this cabinet, and I decided that there was no easy answer. Stripping it down completely to the wood was not something I was prepared to do. In fact, I'm almost certain that there are patches here that have been touched up with putty, with body filler. So this thing was actually fixed up before it was painted, and I think it was done professionally in a body shop. It was pretty well done. So if I stripped it down, I'm going to find those divots, those dings. So I'd have to re-veneer the whole thing. It's not something I'm prepared to do. I'm leaving it for a future inspirational project, and I'll describe that later. This is a relatively short video just showing you how the radio came out, what the result was in terms of reception, sensitivity, and so on. And it's actually quite a nice surprise. So if you like this sort of thing, stick around, enjoy the video. But before we continue, I just want to thank the sponsors of this video, PCBWay. You'll find them at PCBWay.com. PCBWay is my go-to for all my PCBs that I use on my projects. It's very simple to get instant quotes on here. You just provide the Gerbers, fill in a couple of the requirements you have, and it gives you an instant quote. And the prices start from as low as $5. Now, right now they're running a discount of up to 60% on flex or rigid flex PCBs, which go from 1 to 2 layer or up to 4 layers. So you can decide what you need. If you need any of their flex PCBs, you click on there and you come here and do the same thing. You fill everything in, you make your selection, and it'll calculate the final price for you. So whatever you need from PCBWay, whether it's PCBs or CNC, 3D printing, visit the website. I'm sure you'll find something for your needs. One of you mentioned on a recent comment that I didn't seem to have much passion for this radio. And you know what? You're absolutely correct. For some reason, this guy did not really spark me up. I don't know why. And this has a lot to do with the decision that I've made regarding the cabinet. I decided to leave the cabinet as is, and I'll tell you why. There is no way that I was prepared to go to all the trouble of scraping this down to the wood. This part, the sides, the top, no problem. But these grooves here, these would have been incredibly difficult. And I probably would not have ended up with grooves. I probably would have ended up probably sanding it flat, which would have made it really ugly. And I didn't really know what I was going to find underneath. So I really wasn't sure what to do with this. And I finally settled on the following. I cleaned up the cabinet and I'm going to leave it like this. And sometime I'm going to need a colored radio. Whether it's light cream, whether it's beige, blue, green, yellow, I don't know. I know that's blasphemy for the purists in tube radio restoration, but this thing's already been really messed up with this painting. This was done very well. It was done, I think it was done in an auto shop because I can see traces of the spray on the underside. It was pretty well done. I just don't like it. I really don't like it. And if it was matte, it might look better, but it looks sort of cheapy, glossy. I don't know. I really don't know. But the radio itself is very good. So what I ended up deciding is I've got a very, very good set. It's working very, very well, which is what I'm going to show you. But I really don't like the look. And if, say, my sister wants to design her architectural studio in a particular color tone, and she wants this in there with Bluetooth and all that, I will then, you know, custom paint it for her to blend in with the decor. And this is sort of a modernish set, so it'll go well in that environment. Something like that. My daughter might want to put it in a bedroom, and she might want a bedroom to be, no, I was going to say pink. Good Lord. I don't want to see this thing pink. Anyway, you get my idea. I'm going to leave it like this. What I'm going to do today is I've put it in here. There's no big deal. 4 screws. It all fits in. Fit all those. Everything is working perfectly. I'm going to give you a demo because it does work very, very well. I'll start with FM, and then later tonight I'll show you what the AM does, because it does work very, very well, which is another reason why I'm a little bit heartbroken with this, but we shall see. So I've got the 2 speakers connected at the back, and I've got it on FM. I've got it on stereo here. Wrong one.
internacional do pi, o número mais intrigante da matemática, normalmente arredondado para 3,14. Para celebrar a data, temos em estúdio o comentador José Milhazes. Ora viva!
The treble and bass work very, very well. There's a good range. Obviously, you can't really hear that much, but take my word for it. The range of treble and bass is very, very good. Volume is working perfectly, no scratchiness. The balance control works very well. It's that thing underneath there. Leave it in the middle. There is a little notch. You can feel it, a little groove that tells you it's in the middle. That antenna selector or rotary antenna indicator works very well. There's a switch on here. You can hear it. That's the one that switches to the external antenna. And I had to adjust the alignment there, so it's perfectly aligned now. It actually looks good. I like this now. I didn't like it initially, but I like it now. The separate tuning, I sometimes still get mixed up, but you can obviously see the green and red. That works very well. You've got that AFC switch on this on the FM, and I'll show you how that works in a minute. The piano keys, yeah, no problem. That's our phono. I still have no labeling on here. I won't put it in for now. Our off, our on. That's long wave, medium wave, short wave, FM, phono, and our stereo mono switch. Okay. These would probably need a little bit of color on the end here as well, but that'll be done in the future. The Magic Eye over there didn't need any changing. It works very well. And I've got the stereo just flicking on and off. So it's obviously in a station that's not really strong enough to be stereo, or it's not well tuned. There it is. Stereo showing there. I can play with the AFC and you can see, actually let me put some volume on. See if we can hear that. Spanish station? That's strange. See that? If I put AFC on, it sort of tries to pull it in. I'll push AFC off. You can sort of see the change. That's AFC on. That's AFC off. So that's working. So let's see what we can pick up. That station here I normally don't get very well, but it's picking up perfectly in stereo. Guys, this is, let me explain something. I'm receiving a station, an FM station from the Canary Islands. I'm on Madeira. I think it's about 600 miles away, and I'm picking it up in stereo. Now, bear in mind, Canary Islands is literally across the sea, but it's a bloody long distance. And this thing is picking up in stereo. Amazing. That's a local station. There's another one from the Canary Islands. Again, picking up in stereo. Absolutely amazing, this. Canary Islands again. Local. Canary Islands again. This is a local station on 88, and it's exactly on 88. And there we have our FM reception. And quite frankly, this thing works better than I expected. I really did not expect to pick up those Canary Island stations so well. I sometimes in the evenings pick up some of the Canary Islands on the sets. We don't have much in terms of land in the way, but it is still quite a feat. I don't know what to say. I can't explain it. I always believed that that kind of distance would have been impossible. Some of you might agree. Some of you may have had similar experiences. I don't know. But this thing is incredibly sensitive. And so there's nothing wrong with the radio itself. I'm very happy with the result. Just a pity it's so damn ugly. Who knows? Maybe love will kick in sometime and I'll overlook the face. But anyway, I'm going to wait a little longer, and tonight I'm going to do a test on the long wave, short wave and medium wave, just to give you a demo on what that can do. And hopefully the result will be as good as it was on FM. Okay. All right, we're nearing the witching hour, so it's time to try this out. Evenings are a lot better for long wave and medium wave. I've got it on long wave. Let's see what we can get. This is that 198 BBC Radio 4. Yeah, not bad.
L'Europe, entre le nord et le sud de la Méditerranée, ajoute le souverain, et une candidature forte qui plus est et crédible selon Franck Simon, consultant foot pour Média. L'année 2022 avait été exceptionnelle.
Very good reception there. Right, medium wave. Most of this will be Canary Islands.
Aunque sea momentánea.
Ha avanzado en tratamientos finales, ¿no? Tratamientos que pueden hacer que los síntomas se controlen mejor, que disminuyan, que haya una mayor adaptación a la nueva situación, ¿no?
This is from mainland Portugal, I think. You'll notice this this same Canary Islands or Spanish station comes up, and I've explained this before, but the reason is that this is one of the main radio stations in the Canary Islands, and they've got repeaters on all the islands. If you look at the map that I put in just a bit earlier on this video, you'll notice that Madeira is at the top, and you've got like a row of islands over here at the bottom. So if you can imagine, each one has got a repeater, and we're line of sight, I'm getting them all. It's the same station, really, at different frequencies. In fact, here, this is wobbling. It's like two of them are beating against each other.
Está claro que hemos acogido. ¿En cuánto tiempo va a ser?
Le doy, espera que Bruselas.
Hay que tener en cuenta que cuando hay...
This last one was the only local station we have on medium wave. This is from North Africa. Pretty good, pretty good. Now, shortwave. Shortwave is not the full shortwave band. If you look at the shortwave actually extends from it's the 49 meter band, so 5 point something megahertz to 6.2, 6.3 megahertz. So it's actually a very condensed part of the shortwave band, the 49 meter band. But let's see what we can pick up. This, I think, is BBC World Service. A bit noisy, but I can still hear it. This is actually still a little bit early for the 49 meter band. If I waited another hour or two, it would definitely get a lot better. I've experienced it, but it gives you an idea of what this thing is capable of. One thing I've noticed is that on medium wave and long wave, actually let me show you. If I do this, go to a strong station, don't want music. Let me put the antenna on, the directional. This is the ferrite antenna. Yeah, you sort of pick it up, but it's pretty weak. Let's try another one. See, that's the best direction for it. It's actually working better than I thought. Now if I switch it off, that's the mini whip, much better. But this isn't bad. Usually it's not as good as this. Let me try that North African one. It's the local one. Can't get it. Barely. So as you can see, the Canary Islands, that does actually work. But the minute I try the North African, it definitely needs the mini whip, and that becomes absolutely, the ferrite becomes absolutely useless. So there you have it. There is our lady dressed in black. I still haven't fallen in love with her. Who knows, maybe on a dark night I won't see anything and it'll be love again. But that's where I'm going to leave you for now with this project. I might actually come back and show you something on this cabinet if some inspiration hits me, or if somebody actually needs a very specific type of color. But for now, that's where I'm going to leave it. And I enjoyed some of the process of this. I enjoyed working on the FM stereo decoder. First time I've done that. It's actually a lot easier than I thought. Some of the mystery's gone. The fear's definitely gone. I won't have any problem tackling one of those again. And indeed, I went further. I probably wouldn't have any problem building one if I can get some of the chips. It should be quite easy. Maybe one day I'll still do that with one of these radios that doesn't have the decoder option built in, as this one does. So for now, I'm going to leave you. And as I said, I hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you've learned something. I've learned quite a bit. And I'm actually looking forward to my next project, which is just waiting for me to start. I've had very little time to work lately on my hobby, but hopefully things will improve heretofore. So once again, I hope you've enjoyed that. If you have, click like, share, subscribe, and all that jazz. And if you want to support the channel directly, you can do so on Patreon or PayPal. Links are in the description below. I want to thank all the new patrons that have joined the gang. Thanks very much. I really appreciate it. So thanks for watching. Bye for now and stay safe.